economically, you know, we are, economically it's always kind of weird. It's always, strange, unique, but basically you're always going to have, a handful of people who have a lot of wealth, some people who got enough wealth, and then a lot of people who don't have any wealth, or they have some wealth, but it's like really nothing substantial. And, that's just, it happens everywhere. And it happens at any time too. It's just the way things go. You're gonna have some smart people who they're gonna figure out a way to make money, and they're gonna figure out a way to keep that money. And history's full of examples of people who, they just weren't smart enough to hold on to it, and so they lost it. And it's just the way life goes. It's just the way society works and history works. Now, what's different about today is the access to information is really changing. And the equality of information and the equality of people is becoming more leveled in some ways. The internet is allowing anybody with some skill, and now it's even getting easier, anybody to put up a web page that is about them, or about something they like, something they're interested in. It allows groups of people to interact who have similar interests, and they can be in wildly different areas. We see the rise of internet romance and relationships, and we see entertainment and video games on a sharp increase and a sharp rise. Now, how is this going to affect society? That's and that's kind of the thing I keep wondering about. We see, video games and internet. It's becoming a culture within society, and by culture, think of like rap music, think of rock and roll, think of goth, people. People wear all black. People who they dress a certain way, they behave a certain way, kind of thing. Even like hippie culture and this and that. Video game and internet culture, it's they're kind of similar. I don't know if there's a full-on difference yet, but it seems that if you're into the internet, you're also kind of into video games. But some people are more into video games than internet. But they're very similar in a lot of areas. The access to information is a lot more egalitarian. All information is available, and anybody can give their information as well. So the social networking that is occurring is very dynamic and it's exploding in so many different ways. And I think in a strange way, the sharing of information, and here's something else to realize, is that when information starts becoming available to people, society starts changing. Or society's going to, it's going to react in a way. A good example of this is Russia, or the Soviet Union, and glasnost. That this idea that, all right, well, we're going to make information available to the people, so people could find information, and they started losing their fear of the Soviet bloc, and this dominating political powerhouse, and so that's why this thing's disintegrated, because the people started realizing we like having our identity, we like being who we are, we like knowing who we are, where we're from, and this and that. And this is why China had the Cultural Revolution, which, it's Cultural Revolution, but it removed culture. You had people destroying the Great Wall of China, had people destroying statues and heirlooms, and just landmarks to history. They didn't want those things around anymore, and the culture as a whole suffered. Okay, so because information is becoming more available, because everybody can have access to information, everybody can use the information, and economically, and another thing too is that information is economically separate. Real cheaply you can get on the internet, find out all the information you want, and then you don't have to go to university to find out some of these things. Same with television. The result is that people are becoming educated about how to live their lives, what to do with their lives. They health is in their own hands.